up, you guys? My God. My God, my God, my God, my God.
We have to
You
come
know,
and sit here.
We just had to come and talk about what's going on in
Don't
the
really
ex
want to. Don't really want to because
We were rooting for you. What happened? Why did this happen? I don't understand, JLO, why. And the fact that she filed on their second wedding anniversary, they got married August 20th. And she filed that same day. I feel like it's the biggest FU to Ben. And it seems quite emotional to do it.
It was the one of the big wedding, the traditional wedding that they had, not the one that they had in Vegas.
Okay.
So that was the date where they all came together at his home and all of that. And, she's like, I guess she just wanted to know, okay, so all that stuff that you did,
it was nothing.
Done.
Yeah. I just feel like, I just don't know. I really was hoping that they would work out. I was rooting for them. Yeah. Like, people were talking about that. I was like, no, it's not true. Like, let's not break this up.
We were just hoping that no matter what was going on, that they will
make it work
with
each other.
It just seems as though there's no patience.
And then to just go and file, I just feel like it's too soon. It's only been 2 years. Did you people really try this out?
I know. I mean, she just made the video 2024.
The greatest love story.
Yes.
4 months they're divorcing.
And then 4 months later in April, they said that they separated.
This is my issue with JLo. She was out here writing whole stories, making a whole project. He came back into your life. I feel like she took it for granted. I don't want to sit here and blame the woman. I do think it's two parties.
Yeah.
But we all know who had the most marriages. But what I am saying is that I feel like JLo, honey, you sat here, doing all this stuff. Jane Fonda told you. I'm sure you have blocked her today. But she told you, don't be doing all this.
She really did.
This man just came back into your life. She was sitting down there on that iTunes podcast talking about, oh, yes, we both said we're not going anywhere. Like, this is it. This is forever.
Yeah.
2 years later, when you say something, this is it. This is forever. You stick it out. You work through the hard times. If this man wasn't hitting you, this man wasn't beating you, this man wasn't like poisoning you, like he wasn't emotionally,
verbally abusing you, or just abusing you.
Exactly. Like, if there was no abuse, I don't understand why.
Yes. Why?
Like, even if he was neglectful emotionally a little bit, who doesn't go through some emotional neglect in a marriage?
This is a problem I have with JLo, and I want to really talk to JLo. And yes,
I'm just so disappointed.
We right here, we're all about women power and women,
and we love JLo.
We're riding with the women no matter what. Okay, but I want to say this to JLo: if you're the one who has had more marriages than the other partner, the problem is you. It's not them. I'm sorry. It is.
Don't make me choke on my
water. You've had, I don't know, this is the 4th marriage, okay? Your marriages keep on ending in divorce. At some point, you got to look at yourself and say, it's you. It's not them.
And this is coming from people who love you, who are actually have fans, huge fans.
The problem I have with you, JLo, is this. You have too many people
in your circle.
It's not all friends that have to stay with you till the end of time. Not all friends are life friends. Some friends are just there for a season, but you carry this caboodle with you, and they're giving you bad advice. You breaking up after 2 years, that's bad advice. You don't show, as a woman, you don't show that patience that women should have. You're not showing that. And that's the problem I'm having with JLo right now.
This was the greatest love of your life. You guys kept this whole thing, 20 years worth of letters and all this stuff, for you to throw it away in 2 years.
And
is that how much
bring
it
your
meant?
Children into all of these relationships. You move the person in. You're living with the person.
They get connected with the kids just for you to be like, oh, mommy's breaking up with them.
Just after 2 years from the greatest love story, after 2 years, there should be more of a forgiving spirit. After
20 years, there be more patience, more grace, more kindness.
It just shows a lack of maturity. and doing like a tit for tat. I'm going to make sure I divorce you on this, second anniversary
Where we had it at your house.
at your house. This is when I'm going to divorce you. It just shows it's giving me immature,
And very emotional.
And then the other thing, I want to turn to Ben, right? When they were dating before, some people on the show might have maybe too young to remember when JLo and Ben were together before. I'm not. I was there. I was rooting for them. I was excited about them. The whole Bennifer thing.
Matt Damon was not a fan.
Matt Damon was never a fan of JLo's.
Never.
And now, Ben, you have remained best friends with Matt Damon. Okay? I feel like you should have had a little separation from him. So to me, that was kind of like a red flag. Now I know y'all did your little donut commercial together with JLo and Matt Damon, but Matt Damon is not a fan. When you and JLo made this decision to come together, you should have looked around in your circle. Those people who were not fans of the person, you should have let, you can still be friends, but they don't have to be that close.
At a distance.
And don't tell them your business that's going on with this spouse. That's an issue. You both allowing other people to get in on this. And these are the same people who were not fan, like JLo, your people were not fan of Ben. Ben, your people were not fan of JLo. But you guys brought them together in this new thing that you were trying to do. And it wasn't going to work.
Also, I feel like the two individuals, because you can definitely blame the people around you, but also my thing is you yourself have to know what you have. I have to check that. If you aren't mature enough to realize that, okay, I need to separate these people, or you're not aware enough, those people will easily penetrate. So it starts with the two individuals.
Yep.
JLo, I feel like her doing it on the wedding anniversary, it's a huge FU, and I feel like it's definitely emotional. It's a very emotional response to do it on that wedding anniversary.
And so it's making me think that, do you think it through?
Yeah, and then and then she started looking older when she got with him. So
she did start looking,
and then she started
older.
Drinking, having the whole DeLolo stuff.
I know, and JLo wasn't even someone who drank like that or partied like that. She liked to be in bed on time. So it's like, and then he was still smoking. I mean, even though he said that he compromised in terms of the privacy, right?
Imagine you should have kept it private, JLo. This man kept these 20 letters throughout his marriage with Jennifer Garner, and you aired that out?
I know.
That's like,
that was something to keep to your damn self, because it's a hurting thing for even the children to hear that.
And the thing is, he did not even know. He walked into the studio one day and saw all these people around the book.
I know, with the letters that he had been writing.
You did all this for what? On the rebound in the mud on your knees with the rollers falling, like got me on that rebound. Like you stay on the rebound. Like you couldn't stay still. You damn near 60 and you couldn't stay still. Why? I don't understand. Like I'm so flabbergasted by this. Like I don't understand. Made that whole thing of songs, do the whole tour. You shouldn't have done it.
She was in the glass house. You
are the glass house. Like you should not have done it. Jane Fonda tried to tell you,
she told her,
but you ain't listened to
Jane
the
Fonda
sister.
is a whole 30 years older than her,
and has multiple marriages as well.
She knows, but you don't want to listen. Ego, thinking you know it all. Listen to people who are older than you. Listen to the elders.
I just feel like JLo.
They should have kept it private. That's what you all should have done. You guys have a lot of haters. The whole benefit thing from when you all started 20 years ago, you all should have kept it private. I mean, we were there, excited for you. I love the wedding and all of that stuff. But you all after that, you all kind of should have kept it private. Should have been like Travis and Courtney. They're pretty private now. They had their wedding and stuff, and now they're just kind of doing their own thing.
But you know what?
Not involving people in everything that's going on with them.
And the first thing also, when they first got together, nobody actually knew. no one actually knew. I think it was at the MTV that they came out and they were like, oh, okay, they're actually together, whatever the case may be. My thing is, you have to keep things private. And the thing is, Travis and Courtney did not nearly get as much hate as JLo and Ben did. Like, it was on a whole nother level.
It was on a whole nother level.
And I just feel like she should have kept it private. You're doing this whole thing. You're there
it's
crying.
20 years later, but there's still people who don't want you to win. I definitely think those letters should have been private. That whole binder thing that Ben had.
I thought it was a break of trust for sure. I would have been a break of trust for me because that's something that I kept for us, and you're using it as like, I'm an artist, I'm a painter, I'm a fashion designer. But me personally, y'all will never see my booty on here with y'all knowing who I'm dating or who I'm even married to. I'm just not going to. I feel like there are some things that should be kept private. Like, if you are a public figure, you should keep some things private. Like, you have all these, like, there were so many people online talking about how they were getting divorced. Like, even E! News reported, like, they were doing like 10 reports a day. And I'm just like, this is so effed up. Like, you people don't even know if they're getting divorced or not. And I just felt like it was so toxic. And I'm just like, this is just like, how do you survive with all these people talking about you're divorcing, or he has a new haircut and he's going crazy and they sold their house? Like, had y'all stayed in your home, had your private dates, don't go to red carpets, and then every time, oh, look at Ben, he's so upset. He can't stand JLo. If y'all weren't going out together, nobody will say anything. They were too public too soon. Like, if it was me, I would not have even come out and said that we were like even married until like we have been together like at least a minimum 5 years.
Yes.
But like, you had the big old wedding and had the dancing for him. Like, it was just too much. Like, y'all, like,
the wedding was fine, but I feel like
it was too public. It should have been private.
Yeah, the wedding was fine. I'm fine with the wedding. We're celebrating. This is beautiful and all that.
The album was too
much. After that, you went on all these different like interviews talking about your love story, and then you did the "This Is Me," right? And then you went on tour. Like, when are you guys actually spending time together?
Right.
She went on tour, and I think it was during the tour when she went on tour. That's when Ben went ahead and moved out of the house, and so JLo canceled the tour, came right back, and she probably was giving him time to see if this is what you really want.
Is this what you really wanted, JLo?
And that's then maybe he didn't come back after 3 months, and she's like, okay, well, F you then. You know, she got her feelings hurt, and she's like, you know, forget you. I'm just gonna go ahead and file for divorce on the day when we're supposed to be celebrating our 2nd year anniversary.
It's so sad,
it's such a lesson.
Man.
What are some of the lessons? One of the lessons is
keep your stuff private. We don't need to know everything going on.
Even when you have a really wonderful and amazing relationship, don't broadcast it consistently and so much.
Yeah,
all without red carpets, people asking you.
Even when people ask you, don't give them information. Like, people don't like Jennifer at all. Like, just her by herself, they hate her enough. But now you're with Ben. Oh, it's gonna be double hate.
Also, people, and I don't want to say, but sometimes you don't know what people are going through. It's kind of like maybe they feel as though you're rubbing it in their faces. Your good life, your wonderful life.
There's a lot of miserable people in this world. And sometimes people who aren't in a good space, they don't want to see people thrive and excel. Yeah. And that's just how it is. Like, you know, with the society and everything.
You got to know your relationship too.
You got to know your man.
You have. And you don't have to, like, if a man doesn't want to be public, you don't have to be public. Look at Dolly Parton and her husband. They went out one time, and the husband was pulling his mouth, and he was just annoyed. It wasn't his thing. He's a homebody. He wants to be on his back porch, probably with his guitar, chewing on some tobacco and being by himself. When Dolly Parton saw that, she came home and told him, you never have to go there again with me. She kept it that way. They've been together for 50-something years now. They've been married for 50-something years. He has never, after that one time, he is not there on the red carpet with her. She's getting any award. He's not there. Okay? And she's fine with that. You gotta know your person and be willing to say, just like how he's willing to, okay, she likes the publicity, all right. You also have to be willing to compromise. He doesn't want to come with you, that's fine. I mean, him not coming with you, that doesn't mean that he doesn't want to be with you.
You know, and my thing is
So,
also,
well-
there are some couples that really make it, but they remove themselves out of Hollywood.
They do.
And my thing is also, I feel like the issue with JLO, she cares about public opinion too much.
Yeah.
At the end of the day,
Like,
why
you need to
are you
explain.
showing them that, oh, he's here, he's by my side, we're on the red carpet, I'm going to do all these multiple interviews, oh, the greatest love story, let me prove to
Yes.
y'all how great it is, just for y'all to get divorced 2 years later. All of this for public opinion. People who you don't know don't matter. Even the people who you do know, who are haters of you,
Yeah.
they don't matter.
Nope.
What matters is people who genuinely love and care about you,
Exactly.
and who want the best for you.
Yeah, like
That's
Jane
who
Fonda,
matters.
You should have listened to her.
It's
you should have
too
spent
much.
the time to listen to her, and you didn't.
You could have done all this stuff 10 years later. Like, after you guys have been
Absolutely.
married for 10 years, then you know that's
Absolutely.
worked, but you haven't even been married to this man for a year. You're doing tours. You're already crying about how you're not feeling like a good spouse and all
She
this
surely
stuff.
did say that.
I
in
should have
that
been at his
show.
award show. Was so sad. Went to bed. Didn't even want to do anything that day. You should have just been there.
I know.
Like, overcomplicated, and also things you have
All
to
for
respect.
a video that you're doing that you're paying for. So why didn't you go? Why weren't you there? He was receiving this award after a while of not doing anything. And so this was a big deal for him. And you were nowhere to be found.
Exactly.
And you could have made that sacrifice and you didn't. Why? Because what you're doing some choreography. So it's just,
I just felt like it wasn't necessary, because this whole project also was not necessary right now. It was too early, too soon. You guys had just gotten married and you're doing this whole thing, the greatest love story, you're back together. Like, people build you up in Hollywood just to come bring you down.
Yeah.
And we really saw it this past few months. Like, it was so ugly. Like, I had to block several media outlets and YouTubers that I used to follow who were just coming at JLO. Like, I was just like, this is just too effing much. Give these people some time. They might not even be trying to break up. But now here we are, and I'm just flabbergasted. I'm just like, my eyes are probably out of my head.
Have waited until, like, you couldn't even be
Patient?
for your children, for your family's sake.
Ugh.
Like, it's just
sad.
Selfish. It's selfish. There is a character flaw in this whole thing. There really is some character flaw in this whole thing. Timing is everything. Sometimes you just gotta be in the valley and just stay still. Like, we gotta learn to just stay still.
And JLO,
And it's okay. You don't have to make all these decisions. But you see, when you have all these people in your circle, like, for things about, listen, when I was married, I can count on 2 fingers people I talked to about my marriage. 2 fingers. And I got 4 siblings and 2 parents. So that means I'm not even telling them stuff. You understand? Like, I could count on 2 fingers people that I'll talk to about one of them, and one of them was his mother. Okay? On my 2 fingers, people that I will talk to when I was going through it and I was in the marriage. The time people started to find out that, oh, it's over, was when it was over. When it was over completely.
yeah.
And it was done. But during that period, no. Because you have to respect the marriage enough. And you have to know who the close ones are. And it has to be some people who from day one have wanted you to win. You can't have people who are biased. Like, I can't go and talk to people who love me but hate him. I can't because they're not gonna give me good advice. And I want good advice in that moment. I don't want bad advice.
Yeah.
And I don't want advice that's just gonna break up my family.
And my thing is, I feel like JLo, it's yes, you have filed, but it's literally not too late.
It really
I feel
isn't.
like you have to have respect for your spouse. This man wants to be private, keep it private. Y'all move the hell out of Hollywood. You stop having 20 people day in, day out. And then also, I want to say it's not fair to the kids because you have had multiple relationships. You're bringing these men into your life. You're moving in with them. You're getting your kids to bond with their kids. You're doing this. How many times have we done Brady Bunch, JLo? How many times? And just for it to end in divorce, it's not fair to the kids because they're not going to feel comfortable communicating with those other children. I'm sure you can be like, oh, yeah, they're fine.
Well,
you don't
have
know.
a lot of trauma when it comes to them having relationships. They ain't going to be able to trust.
Exactly, because my thing is like you might be saying like, oh, they're fine, but you don't know. These kids are not like adults that are like dating yet.
Mm-hmm.
Like you don't know how it's going to affect them. Like them seeing your patterns, mommy always leaving. How is your daughter going to feel with a man? What if she actually finds a really good man and she's running away because she's not used to seeing that? Like this is all very toxic, JLo. And I just feel like this is just not right.
Her daughter is still a daughter.
No, she
because
is.
Didn't
she is.
Change?
No, she didn't. She did not change. That's not what's going on.
Oh, that wasn't true.
No, that wasn't true.
I could have sworn that they said that. No. Well, could you guys please let me know? Didn't her daughter?
She's been getting married since the day I was born. Hey, Whitty!
Okay, how old are you? Probably she has to be in her 20s, like 20 something, right?
Whitty Houston.
She's a youngin'. I know.
Shade.
But it's true. It feels that way. I mean, I'm in my 50s, but it feels like JLo has been getting married since the day I was born. You know? Because it's like every time
she says I'm 38, LOL.
Yeah. So she got together when you were very young, right? Yeah. So it definitely gonna feel that way. It feels that way to me. You know, and I'm in my 50s. Damn. I mean, JLo, I was rooting for you.
Man.
But you guys, didn't they say that JLo's daughter is becoming a son?
I don't believe that. I don't think that's what happened.
I saw that.
Anyway, if y'all have the information, let us know if that's true or not. But I didn't hear a thing about that.
Or was it one of Ben's children? It was one of their kids.
I don't know about these.
Okay,
I remember when she got married, when around the time she played Selena. When did she get what? Who was she married to?
Yes. When she played Selena, yes.
That was the backup dancer, right? Chris Judd.
When she was with what?
Selena.
Oh yeah, with Chris Judd. Yeah, she did get married to Chris Judd, didn't she?
As a fellow Cancer, right. I am embarrassed. Yes. Me, I am not. I would not say.
JLo is a Leo, but she's a cusp of Cancer.
We can be emotional, but I wouldn't ever call myself flighty. I don't think I've ever flown out of relationships. Yeah. I think I've been kind of settled
Leo
until
women
I realized
can cut you off.
Yeah,
they'll just cut you off and they're gone.
Yeah, I'm
and
not
they
like
make
that.
These decisions, and a lot of times, sometimes it's not the best decisions. You know, a Megan Good is a Leo.
Well, Devin dumped her. She wasn't going to go nowhere. I just feel like Megan Good.
They don't want to compromise. A lot of times, Leo women, they don't want to compromise.
Yeah, I feel like JLo doesn't want to compromise. You know, I just feel like with her, it's just.
And Ben is a Leo too.
Maybe, you know, I don't really think signs that are the same sign should be with each other. Like, I'm a Cancer woman, but I know Cancer men can be the worst. So you won't catch me with a Cancer man.
You know, Leo men are usually, they stay put. They usually stay put, you know?
Have y'all seen her musical about being with different men? It was hilarious. Oh, the rebound. Yes, I remember. That was my favorite song, though. I'm not even going to lie. I really did like that rebound song. But she was in that glass house. She was swinging, and then she had the little rope around. Like, there was a couple good songs. And I was feeling it, but I was just like, God. I said, my sister, why are you doing this now? Yeah. Why are you doing this now? You haven't even lived with the man. Why?
And she's and she, oh God.
And then at the therapist's office, like you've been in therapy how many years, JLo?
That's what I'm
If
saying.
therapy ain't working for you, maybe you need a new therapist or you need some
Because
self-awareness.
Yes, she lacks some kind of self-awareness. And I'm like, I don't know how that is the case when you're in therapy. Like, who is this therapist? I want to know.
He probably need to be fired. He, she, whoever.
Mm.
Like, I just don't understand, man. I just felt like the musical, honestly, I felt it was too soon.
And if the therapist advised her to go ahead and do this divorce, that therapist should be fired.
Absolutely. That's not good advice. Like,
No, not at
JLo,
all.
what are we doing with our lives? You're going to go back into the dating scene that got piss in it to go date again?
At
The
this
dating scene
big
is
age.
the dating scene is horrible.
Why am I saying that? I'm in my 50s. I'm about to go in the dating scene. I'm not ready yet, but
The dating
I'll be-
scene has pee and cow manure in it. And this is coming from somebody who's 26.
Mm.
So if I am struggling at 26, I can't imagine how she is going to be struggling.
But are you looking though? Are you?
I'm not really looking. And because Mio, I'm emotional. And also I feel like with me, I just feel like I know what I'm looking for. And when I don't see that, I get like a little bit upset. And I just block people. So maybe I'm not there yet.
The
But
patience.
Mio, I said I don't want to man in my face for the next 3 years. I am going to save my 20s. Me, myself, and that's all I got in the end. That's what I found out. And it ain't no need to cry. I took a vow that from now on, I'm going to be my own best friend. Okay. I have been dating since 2010. I'm done. I don't blame you, sister. I don't blame you. Because I am right there with you.
What was the last time I dated? Like, it's been 10. How long has it been? Oh, no, it hasn't been 10 years. Okay, no, I did get married, all right, but we broke up 2017. So how long was that? 7 years.
Yeah.
It was 7
I
years.
said, let me.
It's been 7 years. Yeah. You guys get in the comment. This foolery up here.
This is
I
a
am
shame.
disappointed in both Ben and in JLo.
It's not too late though, y'all.
It's
It
not
really
too late.
ain't
You
too
guys
late.
can actually
Make it
turn
work.
back and just be like, we made a mistake. We're coming back together. And please stay out of just take your stuff back and
Don't tell us. We don't want to know. I don't want to know. Go make it work. Y'all both too old to be
Yeah.
acting this childish.
Yeah. Hey, you guys have kids. Come on.
Stop doing this to your kids, JLo.
Mm.
When are we going to have shame?
When are we going to grow the hell up and have some patience and learn to be in the valley and just be still?
That's the issue. We
Gosh.
say for better or for worse, but we don't really want the last.
And they didn't have any prenup now.
Because they thought they were going to be together. Oh, we didn't even
Forever.
talk about that.
And y'all don't have any prenup.
Well,
Just come on. Come back together.
this was a very emotional decision, especially based on the day
We
that
told
she
them
filed
to
it.
come to Tanzania. Did we not give them
We
advice?
said, come to
We said, bring
Tanzania,
your tails to Tanzania.
focus on your
You can
marriage.
stay right here. Nobody's gonna give a damn.
Yeah, I
about
won't
you
even look
over
at you
here.
people.
No
I'll
one's
be
gonna be
in my-
following behind you. No one's gonna be taking your pictures. Nobody will really care. That's how they roll over here. And you will
I
be
know.
able to be at peace for a while.
And Mio, we have a nice 3-bedroom house. I'll have my art studio. I'll be there, Seth. No one's even calling you people. But work on your marriage. Go
That's
away.
it.
Get out of Hollywood. Hollyweird. Like, this don't make no sense. Don't make no sense at all. I am disgusted. I am upset.
I know.
And I am heartbroken for them both.
I know.
But y'all let us
You
know.
guys are gonna regret it.
I feel like
You guys are both of you are gonna regret it.
at 60 we're gonna go date.
You're gonna both
What?
regret it. But you guys get in the comments.
Yes.
Tell us what you think about this. Give a thumbs up.
Were you here for the divorce, or were you like us who were very heartbroken?
Thank
We
you,
want to
Wendy,
know.
for chiming
Witty. Her
in.
name is Witty
Witty.
Houghton. Yes.
Thank you.
Ben always looked irritated when they were out at events because he didn't want to be there.
wanna
The
be
man didn't want to
there.
be there.
And he doesn't have to be there. Your spouse doesn't have to do everything that you do.
I know.
And that does not mean
They
that
love you less.
he loves you less. Like, we have to be able to say, hey, you don't have to come today.
Yeah. We thank you so much. You know, we try
Love
on
you
this
too.
channel. Thank you for the love and everything. We really enjoy having you guys here. Special shout out to Whitty Houghton. I hope I am saying that right.
Yes.
But yes, y'all, we're going to come and create some more videos so you guys can get some really juicy content this week. But if you guys have something that you guys want us to talk about specifically, please drop it down below or go to our community page. We love you guys and we love you, Whitty, and we'll see you guys later. Bye. Get it together, JLO. Get it together.
And bed.
Yes, that one.